Yo, ¿cómo están? It's WildOn2s, and again, thank you for joining me on my channel. We are live this Thursday night. I don't know if someone saw, I changed the title. Unfortunately, I keep having bad luck with Randy due to the weather. I just got my power yesterday, so I kind of pre-evently kind of told them we weren't probably going to do it, and I got power. So, how's it going, Julio? So I just wanted to come on a little bit and just say hi to some of the subscribers. You guys can ask any questions, anything possible. Put out a video today. How could a motorcycle club help club members? Hey, what's up, Robert? They have time to get wild. And so I put out the video today. I don't know if you guys saw it. And I do have, probably going to talk to Randy, see if we can reschedule. But most likely this Sunday, we're going to have Ricky HD, formerly known as Ricky Richter. And also, I did my first Man Behind the Patch with him, and we're going to do him on Sunday. Then I got Black Dragon coming along, probably a week or two later for interview. Then I got a couple other guys lined up. So I have people lined up. I keep pushing them back, but Randy and I keep having issues with the weather and other issues. So, hey, what's up, Roland? So if you guys have any questions at all, I mean, I can just talk a little bit about why I did that video today. Last week, I did pay to play for a motorcycle club. So I keep messing around. If you guys notice on this side, my banner got all messed up. And so if anybody makes banners, let me know. My dog thought it would be a great idea just to rip it off the wall. Hey, how's it going from Georgia, Rivera? What's up, Organic Home? So I did this video because a lot of people always hear there's a lot of YouTubers, not a lot. There's a handful of YouTubers out there, and they always post negative things of kind of scaring people about safety issues and motorcycle club scene, but there's a lot of positives. And I try to project a lot of my videos on the positive side of the motorcycle club and the motorcycle set itself. So this video I put out today is just showing the few things that motorcycle clubs will do for their members and for their brothers. And some of you guys, if you guys are in motorcycle clubs, will understand that it's just more than just riding your bikes and going to the bars or any territorial stuff. Each time someone has a family issue, or right now, like we're having this weather disaster, I had one of my brothers reach out. You guys know him as Cowboy. And of course, he went shopping. First thing he said, his house has power. I'm welcome to come. He has food and water. Like I said, I had no power since Monday. So a lot of the things I was even surprised I'll get out that video, I'll get out today. So, yeah. So the point of the video was to show that in motorcycle club scene, there's a lot more stuff than people see. The club does help out. Brothers are good brothers, right? I mean, you can pay your dues on time. And people have issues with work and times like right now that you can't get to your job and get money. So people are not going to just toss you outside the club if you can't make your dues. They'll give you leeway. They're not going to be too strict. But if there's a pattern and you keep cutting runs, you keep missing church, there's a pattern that builds. So those brothers are little exceptions to the rule, to the brother who's always there, always paying his dues, and then finally something happens that is out of his hands, out of control. Like I said, I promote family, job, club. Your club becomes your family sooner or later for a lot of people, and that's when you get your club as number one. But hey, what's up, Anonymous? Hope you're doing well. Hope the weather's treating you good. Hopefully better than me. So any questions from you guys? Like I said, it's just going to be short. I have bad luck with Randy. Trying to get on this live interview with Randy, and I had other guys just waiting in line. I keep pushing them back. So like I said, this Sunday we're going to have Ricky Richter, Ricky HD. He is in a Big Five 1% club, but we're going to be talking about other things he has going on with himself. He puts out some great, if you want to go to Ricky HD on YouTube, he's been doing a lot of marketing for Harley Davidson and Brandon where he's at. He does some awesome videos, great editing. Same thing with Anonymous Biker, man. He does some great editing. I just ride my bike and I don't do too much editing itself. And then after that, we're going to have Black Dragon, and I have some other guys from some other clubs. I'm not going to say anything now, but so that's about it for now. It seems like, say, we're 5 minutes in. Any questions from anybody? And I got like I said, I got a lot of videos that I recorded. It just depends if I want to edit and put them on there. Because a lot of things, I have a lot of big topics, but I try to stay away from a lot of stuff. I don't talk about club names. I don't put other cuts on my thumbnails unless asked or something. Hey, thanks, Anonymous. Yeah, I mean, I hit at 2,600 subs. So thank you for the subscribers. Thank you very much. It helps me out and lets me know that I'm doing things good, correctly. Like I said, there's a handful of guys out there, a lot of motor vloggers, a handful of guys that do the MC stuff. A lot of guys, nothing wrong, right? You sit like I'm doing right now, doing a live out of an office. This is actually my gym where I work out. But I like riding my bike and talking. That's where I do the best thing. I know a lot of people have been messaging me with a lot of questions, and someone asked me today, we can just talk about it quick. He's freshly getting a bike, and he's interested about MC stuff, but he just wants to get his own leather cut. And he was asking questions about passing 1% clubs or motorcycle clubs on the highway because he's a new biker or rider. And so, of course, there's other videos out there that scare people, that say you better ask permission when you're passing, you better do all this stuff, don't wear this cut. But if you're just, you can wear whatever you want, just careful with the patches. That's all what people ask for. People place patches on anything in the back, you got to really be careful. In the front, you go have at it, unless it looks like a triangle or diamond or so. Don't be putting that on your cut. And what do I think of the 116 engine Chief? Well, Anonymous, I don't like how they put the name of Chief for like the bobbers, right? That's a badass engine, though. I mean, it's a great bike. I'm used to the engine Chief that I had, and it's a classic look, right? It's not like a bobber. So that kind of threw me off with the bobber, and they're calling it, it's like a Chief line, if you're correct. But I mean, that 116 engine is, it's a badass engine. It'll be a fun bike. So I haven't tried it out. I was going to go actually next week to go look at it, but of course weather's been messed up. Yeah, Roland, there is a lot of issues about passing bikes. Most people, you just pass, right? You just take your time, don't fly by them. You can do whatever you want, right? No one owns the highway. But when you have an MC and we're rolling down the road, usually by standards, if you're going to roll up on them, you just get behind where the tail gunner is, the guy in the rear, and just he's going to see you, and you just do the signal. He's going to look around, look at where his the club's at. He's going to look at the turns, because the last thing we want is a turn coming along and it turns into a one-lane road, and you're trying to pass. Next thing you know, you're not going to make it, and you cut everybody off mid formation, and everybody just lays it down. So mostly it's a safety thing. Plus, we don't know if it's a rival club, someone rolling by quick or going to do something. So the tail gunner would just tell you to go ahead and pass, and it's just a respectful thing. But other than that, if you're just coming down a couple lanes to the side, taking your time, not flying by like an asshole, there's no big deal. I mean, every club is different. There's a video out there of another club kicking a guy that was trying to pass him, and he wasn't trying to be a jackass. He was just trying to passing and coming up on them pretty fast. So we are formation riding an MC is very, 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 how do you say it? Security driven. It's more warfare, tactical warfare riding. And that's what some clubs train. There's actually formation, and there's actually, it's almost like a QB signals, things for us to do in formation. But at the end of the day, just like anything else, this is the U.S., right? I mean, no one owns property, territory. It's more of a traditional thing for some people. Some people don't believe in that. Hey, what's up, Light? Hey, what's up, Jared? Hope you guys having a wonderful night. So it's just like anything else. In the MC culture, there's new clubs coming up, and basically I'm kind of cut in the middle. I believe anyone can kind of start up a club if you want, as long as you do it the right way. But there's people that are popping up, don't know history, don't know, never prospected. never been around the MC set, never been to a clubhouse before, and they're starting a club. So they're going to run into a lot of trouble or get someone else in trouble or hurt. But you can start whatever you want. Just like I said, don't wear anything in your back if you're not willing to stand up for it. And I think it needs to be a control of clubs, because if you have a club that is starting off and they go to the bar and start a fight, guess who gets screwed? We do. Now they're not going to allow anybody wear their colors or rags, and it looks bad for us. Because all you see is these big names on the news. But then anyone that wears a vest, I don't care if you're not even in the club. If you're wearing a riding club patch and you hit somebody, guess what? They think you're a motorcycle gang, right? Not a club. And you're not even in the club. And everybody starts looking at you like you represent us. So anyone that rides, I don't care, even if you're not an MC at all, you represent the biker community, unfortunately. And for a lot of us, that causes a lot of issues. So I do believe in some type of control. I do. It goes against somewhat what I talk about, because I believe people should be doing or do whatever you want to do as long as you're not bothering me. Yeah, Jared said, are you enjoying the cold and snow? Heard it's 3 degrees in San Antonio this morning, man. It was cold as hell. I don't mind it. The problem is the electrical grid we're not used to this shutdown all over Texas. So I was without power since Monday, no water. I just got power yesterday. I still have no water. And I don't mind the cold. I've been riding every day because I have to work. And I have to try to make it. I stayed in the hospital for 72 hours before someone can relieve me, and no one can relieve me. So I just kept working, and I had to ride through the road. Robert Hart, does the road captain trump the president on the runs? Yes, he does. Just like the sergeant at arms will also trump the president in certain instances and meetings. Remember, the sergeant at arms, he has to act on the bylaws. So if the president is not acting on the bylaws, he has to step in. So sometimes he's the most hated person on the MC and most loved. The road captain runs everything, just about everything on the road, safety, everything. He coordinates with the sergeant at arms for the different type of safety that the sergeant at arms knows. They both do their intel. Everywhere they go, they map things out. They plan times. They plan everything. That road captain will have the secondary road captain, which is a tail gunner in the back of the sweeper. That's like your backup road captain. If you have to split, the tail gunner will act upon as a new road captain for that split of guys. So, yeah, when you're on the road, the president doesn't do much. The road captain's on the front left, and he controls the whole ride. He controls the pace. He controls the tempo. He controls where we go. So he runs the road. Anything on the road and safety is his, and the tail gunner in the back, he's making sure what he sees, if everybody is safe. And if you have some hang-arounds, some prospects, or some friends of the club, there's actually something called the Friends of the Club. And if they're not up to speed, not to say they're not great riders, but when you're not used to riding in a big formation side by side, and some guys are going really fast and they can't keep up safety-wise, that tail gunner will bring them back to the back, or they actually put them out to the front. I've seen people put them in the front to make sure they keep the pace of the slower guys. It all depends on the club. I've seen a lot of different things. So, yeah, the road captain does trump the president on the runs. Any other questions? Thank you guys for coming up. If guys coming on and watching, the interview with Randy Ching got postponed again due to weather. My power just came on actually yesterday evening. And I told Randy that I don't think we're going to be able to do the show because my power is going in and out. And I think in New York they're having issues. I know they have snow and stuff. So I told them just kind of hang back. So then I kind of pre-canceled without knowing I was going to have power still. So, but we're going to move on this Sunday. We're going to have Ricky HD live. Ricky HD, I did my first man behind the patch. He is one of the big five one percenters, but we're not going to really talk about that. As Ricky HD, he is a new in Denver kind of speak, new kind of road, and he's taking. He still, of course, is an MC, but he's actually doing a lot of good things with Harley Davidson and Brandon. Funny guy, dude. He's a funny dude. Let me drink. I don't want to promote this thing. Drink here. No one pays me for crap, so I ain't going to put no one on this live. So we got Ricky HD. Black Dragon will be on my show in a week or two. We're going to kind of, I'll pound him with a bunch of questions. And we have a couple other guys lined up. I just kept pushing them back because I kept postponing with Randy. So we're going to just move along. And once we can settle something, we're going to do Randy in between. So it could be 2 in the same week. Hey, what's up, Thomas? You're a biker, upgrade the motor on your old bike? No, I got a new bike. I don't know which one you're talking about. I got the Road Glide Limited. 2020 Limited. I got, not got rid, but I sold my beautiful Indian Chief Dark Horse. Love that bike. But I've been doing a lot of big runs, needed more space. I like the trunk and the Limited or the Road Glide. And I just added slip-ons, changed the handlebars, the KST handlebars, put LED lights on the front that I won on Bronco Ride on YouTube. He did a gift card, $250 gift card. I won that on accident. So I got these LED lights from Custom Dynamics. And a couple other things that I did on my bike. I got this little chip for $25. If you put in it gives you the CarPlay, or the CarPlay. So for $25, I got the CarPlay. I don't have to pay $300 to Harley. So since it's a new bike, I have my warranty, so I don't want to mess with it too much. I'm going to probably upgrade my exhaust and tune it and everything here in the next year or so. I want to do it now, but I'm just holding off. Hey, what's up, Papa? Yeah, hashtag pound get wild. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me, Papa. So I want to do lots of the bike, but I'm just holding off just because of the warranty. But at the end of the day, sometimes I'm like saying, fuck the warranty, right? But if something, I say that now, and if something happens, I'm going to get screwed. Yeah, no, after I bought my bike, they had that deal at Harley that they'll upgrade me to the 131 at cost. I think I just paid for the labor, and it was a little too late for that. But I wanted to see I've seen a lot of bikes have issues with the 131 and freaking thing just falling apart on highways. So kind of sticking away from that. So thank you guys for coming on. Thank you very much for subscribing. Please like the video, subscribe. I got 2,600 subscribers. Thank you very much. Like I said, I do these videos because it's fun for me. I love editing. I got kind of tired of watching a lot of people talk about the negative parts about motorcycle clubs, or actually for views, right? Views, they put a lot of things on YouTube to scare people or sound cool or tough. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that's a different side of the MC set. People love watching, right? People watch Sons of Anarchy. They like seeing this mystique of the 1%ers or the MC culture. But I like talking about the good stuff. I mean, I'm not going to get tons of views as much of if I post a big title, a clickbait title with a cut of another club that's not even mine, or didn't even ask permission. But there's some good guys out there putting good information. Black Dragon puts out good information. I mean, you got some other guys that do good for what they do, right? Yeah, you do. Anonymous says you get more power with the Stage 2 114 dyno than the 131. It's not a huge difference. I heard the same thing, Anonymous. Even with the 124 kit, I heard is half the cost, and you get about the same, more pop. I think if I'm correct. So I was even thinking about doing the 124 instead of the 131. And when I get to 124, there'll be something else popping up. Hey Keith, hey, thank you very much. I do appreciate. Thank you for loving the videos. Like I said, a lot of these videos are actually questions that you guys send. I have on my Gmail or my Instagram. I'm the worst promoter. I don't post my Instagram, which I should. It's WildOn2s _vlogs. You guys hit me up with any questions or things that you want to be questions to put on the show or on my video. I'll do that. Of course, I get a lot of questions I can't answer. I get guys that ask me questions about things about my past club, or we're never going to talk about numbers, right? If you ask me how many members in this so club, I'm not going to tell you. I don't care if it's a trillion. I say it's more than one, less than a million. If you ask me how long I've been in something, long enough. I don't know if you're a cop. I don't care what your goal or why you're questioning. Plus name dropping, right? When you guys name drop, I love you guys a lot, but be careful. And I try to teach some guys. Guys reach out to me, start name dropping big time. They throw club names out there, people's names. And the funny thing is, sometimes I did have someone that was talking crap about one person thinking I didn't know him, but the small world, I did know him. So I let him know, just be careful what he was saying. So, yeah. Hey, Jeremy, Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of things I'm trying to put out there for new riders. Because, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that people put out there to be careful, safety purposes. I understand that there's a YouTuber there. He puts out stuff that is somewhat on the fence about being real or not. But he's just I guess in his mind, he's looking out for everybody, even though he kind of believes opposite of what is happening. But I try to promote things that people understand. It's a basic thing. Every club is different, right? I can tell you something in general, then here comes some other guy and he gets upset, puts a thumbs down on my video because that's not the way his club works. I didn't say that's the way it happened in his club. Anytime anyone wants to reach out to me, they can reach me in person. I don't care. I'll give them the address where I sleep. Yeah, Scandra, club biz is private. And it's hard. I mean, I put it out there, right? I put myself out here on YouTube. And I put myself out here so people can ask me questions. Of course, they're going to ask me questions if people don't know what's club business or what's not. But I'll let them know, and I'll answer in ways that they probably get the gist. Sometimes people ask a question on one of my videos, and I'll just like it, but I won't really say much or not. I'll say PM me on my Gmail. My Gmail is WildOn2s15@gmail.com. So if you guys want to hit me there, you can. With any questions. Like I said, I've been in the set since 2003. So I've been around a little bit, but there's a lot of guys that have so much experience in different ways. People can talk all they want about, Black Dragon or whatnot, but he had 40 years. He was a national president for a long time. He was a prospect for 5 years, right? I'm going to always give him shit about that. Nothing wrong with that. He's just a hard-headed guy at the time, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, those are things that are happening. Like I said, I keep saying people are joining us right now live. Thank you for coming to my channel. The interview with Randy Ching with the Chinglings out of New York, which is a badass club. Issues with the weather and stuff. I don't know if you guys saw the news, what's happening here. My video today, actually, that I posted was the first day that weather was coming in. I got stuck. I had to get home in the bike, and there were icy conditions. And I ride through rain all the time, and especially through Florida. So it was pretty interesting with the icy roads. Luckily, I didn't have any issues. Just once I got my traction control that kicked in, but nothing too much. This Sunday, we got Ricky HD. He's from a big 1% club. But we're going to be talking about his stuff going on in his YouTube channel and his life. Then we got Black Dragon, and we got a bunch of other guys coming in. We have another YouTuber that is out of the UK. Love that guy. So hopefully we get him on soon. If you guys have any more questions, hey, thanks, Anonymous, man. I try to deal with my audio. Lately, I thought it's been sounding a little worse, but I don't know because I moved the position of the mic, but we'll see. Take care, Anonymous. If you guys want to go see a cool channel, Anonymous Biker USA has a cool channel. He does great editing, great travel, cool, not MC stuff, but he does a lot of cool things. Hey, thanks, Sergeant Grinch. Yeah, BD's a good guy, man. He helped me out a lot. Like I said, coming into this, I know a lot about the set, but YouTube itself, I don't know much about YouTube. So BD kind of helped me out when I have questions. I ask him about little things. Algorithm is really weird on YouTube, what to watch out for. I usually curse a lot, and I learned in the beginning that YouTube does strike you on the cursing. If people in the comment section even curse, I get penalized. I didn't even know that shit. Eric said, can you see yourself riding an electric bike for the rest of your... No, fuck no. There goes the curse word. No, Eric. I can't. Don't get me wrong. That's the reason I didn't buy nothing against the Indian Challenger. Badass bike. It was a little too quiet for me in regards. It felt like a Goldwing. And like I said, nothing wrong with Goldwings. Badass bikes. But I just love the rattle and shake of a Harley or some other bikes. It doesn't have to be a Harley. I want to feel like I'm riding a bike. If I wanted something electric, I can't. And not to say they're not good bikes, man. They're probably badass bikes, but I'd rather ride a souped-up Harley or a muscle car. If you give me a chance to get a sports car or 1971 Dodge Demon, I'll get the 71 Demon any day of the week. I don't care if it's not even fixed up. I'll ride the sucker. So, Thomas, as a club member, if you want to ride into different states, do you still need to check in? Yes. Well, like I said, I say yes, But at the same time, I'll say no. The reason I say that is it depends on what club you're. If you're in a club that you're like, dude, F everybody, we'll do what we want to do, that's the club you're in. And you just ride through. And then once you get through there, you just handle your shit. I mean, if you're coming in strong with 50 guys, 100 guys, nothing, they're not going to do much. But just for respect purposes and not to cause issues with club members or other people, you never know if you're having an event, a national event, you're going through some states. It is sometimes just respectful to call them, whoever them are. Like I said, I hate calling people dominants because there's no one that's my dominant. I don't care. I'm not calling any man my dominant. I'm not. But I call it traditional. Clubs that have been there for a while and been there for years. I respect that. I respect clubs that holding things down for a while. And I'm very cordial with everybody I meet. I network really well. So when you go through states, you do want to just call certain clubs that are in the area that might be weary of you coming through there. And just let them know, hey, we're just going to be riding through. And a lot of times they're going to say, cool. They don't mind. And then they just want to know when you're in and out, basically, how long you're going to be there and, how long you're going to be there and or if you're going to that city, staying in that city or just driving through. You said, no, I'm just riding through for the hour or so. They're not going to have issues. And they'll let people know. They're going to tell their guys, hey, by the way, this club, because they don't know what you're doing. People get worried that a club just started in their state. And they're like, who in the hell are these guys? Or not, they see your club, and they're like, these guys are popping up from underneath our noses. They didn't even talk to us. So that's what happens. So it's always good just to reach out. Like I said, even new clubs, you're coming to a state. I'm not asking permission. I don't ask permission to be in that state. I'll tell you, hey, by the way, I'm going to be in this state. I'm not going to step on toes. I'm not going to cause any issues. And if they say no, and I'll repeat myself, no, I wasn't asking. I was telling you I'm going to be there, but this is my agenda. That's just me, right? Everybody's different. Every club is different. Every mission statement is different from clubs. You have clubs that are respected worldwide that can ride through everywhere, minus maybe a couple states. But, I mean, that's the club that they're in, right? If I have a video of prospecting with a family, I think I did about with your wife, and I did other things talking about that, prospecting with a family or wife at least, because, I mean, the wife is, it's a big load. But if you have any questions on that, like I said, I have no kids, but I know a lot of brothers that do. And there's guys I know that just had kids, and they have their kids, and it's it's a tough time. But we understand that like I said, family does come first. And if you have a family and you want to put in time, you just need to tell your wife or your significant other the time is going to be taken away from them, but you make it up in other ways. So if you're very attuned to your family and you know what they need and want, you make sure you put that extra time for both. Because family is more important, right? Family is important. Without your family, that's your backbone. Without your job, you can't pay dues. You can't have your bike. You can't ride. You can't provide for your family. So that's why I always say family, job, club is the most important thing for me. So I can make a video more specific about kids, but I don't have kids, so I try not to do things that I don't have. Or I'll ask people that do have kids and kind of interview them in a way, write things down and keep it in my head and talk more in the third person of them, right? And from somebody else, and I'll say it's not for me personally, but people I have seen. Is it hard? Probably, yeah. But I see a lot of people, a lot of people have kids. I'm probably one of the few people that don't have kids in the club. So yeah, if you have any questions on that, like I said, you can reach out and talk about that. So yeah, Thomas, that phrase is odd, the dominant thing. And there's a lot of people on the internet just always posting about stuff that, and you have the cheerleaders backing them up about dominance. And like I said, I don't see anyone as dominant. I see people are men. I respect clubs. I respect the club just like anything else, right? I respect the club, but once you don't respect me, I don't respect you. But I've been very cordial with everybody I run into. You have your issues with club, and I had plenty of issues before in the past. And that's the whole thing about standing for what you believe. And people always talk about they'll do this and that when something arises, but when something actually pops off, that's when the real becomes real. So, like I said, majority of the time, it's just look for the club that I preach it all the time. Look for the club that you fit in, right? Look for the club that you don't just go for the name of the club. And if there's a club on this side and you're like, man, I just get along with these guys so much better, but this is such a well-known club over here and I'll get more respect on this side. And then you leave these guys who give you all the love. Then you're not happy over here and you leave after a year and you have a bad taste in your mouth about the MC set. So make sure you take your time, hang around with different clubs unofficially, right? Then you become official hang around, just keep at the hang around. That's the most important thing. Then you have the prospecting. Take your time. I don't care if it's a year. People always want to hurry up and get their patches, man. You got to enjoy that prospecting time because it's harder when you become a patch member. It's harder to keep your patch than earn your patch. I'll tell you what. So remember that. So other guys, like I said, I'm going to repeat myself. Other guys, like I said, sorry about this banner over here. Got messed up. My dog decided it would be great if he pulls it off the wall and play and have me chase him in the snow. Also, the Randy Ching interview was postponed once again due to I just got my power on right before yesterday, so I don't know if I'm going to have this video live, but I wanted to get on here. Thank people for subscribing. Thank everybody for commenting on my videos. I mean, you guys actually drive me to make my videos. I do it for myself because it's fun. I only expected 100 subscribers in a year. I'm at 26, and I'm still not a year. I think it'll be a year in April. Mid-April, I started this past year, so it's less of a year, and I'm at 2,600. And for me, it has nothing to do with promoting. You can tell where people do it full-time. They make their money with it. They sell their T-shirts. They sell their hats. I do have a Teespring. I don't really promote it. I forgot what my damn Teespring shop is. I don't do this really for money. It does help when you guys donate. It does help because I said paying for the software and everything is not cheap. And for editing, the more stuff I get, I try to do better videos for you guys. That's something I always heard from YouTubers, and I always thought I was full of shit. But it's true. The more videos you do, you actually want to do better. I've been doing better with my thumbnails and trying to get better videos for you guys and more of the content, the topic. I care more about the topic itself than anything. I don't want to just ride around. I could talk, just like what I'm doing now. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it, guys. The only thing I just learned, when you guys donate on these lives, Google AdSense takes half of that. I don't know that. So shit, I should put like my Venmo out here or something. Mike Peck, I've been doing 1% things since '79. I have never called anyone because I was riding through their state, and you know who I am. I do know who you are, Peck. I do who you are. I got to talk to you. I got to mail you something. Peck, you're a badass dude. You know what I think too, man. You know what I think too. I'm not going to call you a legend, but you are. Hey, thank you very much, Venom. I do appreciate it. Scandrew said it'll keep growing and I keep it real. I mean, that's what I try to do. Like I said, I'm very transparent. Everything I do, I'm transparent. What you see here is what you get. I don't try to act tough. If you meet me in person, I look kind of serious, but I joke around a little too much. I really do. You can ask Cowboy that one. I do a lot of pranks. I mess around a lot with a serious face, though, at least. So, Pat, I got to talk to you about something aviation, man. So, I'm surprised you're on here. So, yeah. So, thank you guys again for joining me. If you guys have any more questions, anything general, I like talking to you guys. Like I said, I'm going to try to do more of these lives. I got Ricky HD coming Sunday. I got Black Dragon coming a week or two. I got some other guys. Peck, I love to have Peck on here, but yeah, that's the whole thing. That's up to you, Peck. I ain't saying nothing. That's all you. I love talking aviation now. I don't know if you guys know, I do have my pilot's license. I actually have my commercial pilot's license, so I fly a lot. So a lot of my videos I actually wanted to do right before COVID was hitting was to do riding my motorcycle, getting the plane flying, and riding my motorcycle, meeting, interviewing other people, making like a whole editing thing. But my skills weren't too par to edit so well. But I would still want to do that, and maybe go visit some people, do the Tail of the Dragon, visit some other events. That'll be pretty cool. And probably meet up with some other people that people want me to talk to. Like you said, I don't mind reaching out to anybody at all to talk to them. Like I said, the MC said people are introverts. It's hard to get people to do interviews. It's hard to get people to talk. The internet thing is, even though it's been around for a while, it's a newer thing to see people from MCs on there. And people think you're giving all these secrets. What I tell people is not a secret. I don't talk about club biz. I will never talk about club biz. And I always say that what I talk about is generally just what I know and my opinion. Sometimes other clubs do everything different. The same club in a different region will do something totally different from that club in the west side compared to the east side of the United States, or even the south. So even every chapter is different. Personalities are different. So yeah. Any more questions? Living in Canada, how do I find out who the clubs are in your area? Easiest thing to do, Cadillac. What part of Canada? I lived in London, Ontario for a short period. But the easiest thing to do, of course, a lot of times people just search, right? They go Google, they type in clubs in the local area. But be careful what you type for. You may get some clubs that you don't really care for. The MC said any events, look up biker events, bike nights. If you go to, there's bike nights out there. You go to the bike night and you'll see all the clubs and you see all their cuts. And you can start seeing who's who. And you start learning what clubs are there. And just get out there. That's the best thing you can do, is getting out there. Number one, you could always search, type in the city that you're in, motorcycle club, and you'll see a list of stuff. But some clubs do not post anything on social media at all. And guys, remember, there's more than just there's like I said, there's a white set, black set. There's and a lot of people mix cultures and race in here. So there's clubs out there, and 1% clubs that are mixed race, and names that a lot of guys don't really see too much, but they're great clubs. So don't put it past other clubs that you never heard before in your area. Okay, you're south of Ottawa. Okay. I know a couple clubs down there. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for just a basic MC or 1% club or something. But like I said, normally I go for a club that I was always been around the 1%ers, but doesn't mean that's what I stick to. You just want to go for what best you fit. Whatever they wear, that's what they wear. If you care more about the patch, about a diamond, and then that's what you're looking for, then you can find that, or vice versa. So, Tell the Dragon would be a great place to go to. Yeah, I actually want to do like a ride, man, and invite people to go out there and us riding. I want to get Black Dragon out there and kind of ride circles around him. I always talk shit about messing around, though, of course. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, I'm probably give a few more minutes, 5 more minutes on here. Call it a night. Like I said, I can ramble on for hours. But at the end of the day, I just came on here mostly just because postponed another interview, and I didn't want to just cancel it and not post anything. I wanted to make sure that I still came on here, said hi to everybody. You guys, what drives me. I do love the commentary stories from you guys. Some of you guys are in MCs. They have a lot of history, just like Mr. Mike Peck, 1979. I'm going to say that's around where I was born. The time I was born, he's been around the 1% scene from that time period. He's no joke. So there's guys out there, like I said, that have a lot of history, and they can talk a lot about history in different ways. So we can talk for hours about stuff. Or anything you guys want to talk about, you go ahead. Yeah, so that's why I just want to come out here. I just pulled the time out of my hand to try and talk to you guys, say what happened. I still want to show face. I don't like leaving people hanging. That's the way I am. It's real easy to cancel something and just postpone it for next week. But I know how it is for some people that are on here. You guys might have been looking to see Randy Ching from Chinglings. It's a really interesting club, big history club out of New York. But there's a lot of people. I gotta say, saying I keep hearing myself saying did it again. So yeah. So we've been on for 40 minutes, man. I want to just be here for 30. So if you guys have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll give it up for 5 more minutes. And like I said, this Sunday we're gonna have Ricky HD. He is in a big 1% club, but like I said, we're going to be talking about what he has going on in his life right now. He was actually my first video for Man Behind the Patch, which is not on because I had technical difficulties. We took it down. I had a shitload of views, was doing really good. I was having issues with it, so we took it down. Kept glitching or something. But he will be here on Sunday, 6:30 Central. And I'll put up a little thing. It'll show the schedule. Then I think next week or so we're going to have Black Dragon and some people after that. So we have a lot of guys lined up still, a lot of interviews. And I'm going to start doing more lives like this. If you guys like it or not, you let me know. Why is it that former correctional officials can't join a 1% club? To be honest with you, they see you as just like cops. That's it. Let me take a step back, David. There are some 1% clubs that have actually current corrections officers. There is. I remember New York. I'm not going to say the name of the club. Actually, a YouTuber's club, I'm not going to say names, has them. Because it actually came out in the news of a correction officer that got fired because they found out he was in the 1% club. So obviously the club knew about that, but they hadn't. But a lot of people say that's too close from to an LE. Too close. So that's why you're going to have a lot of pushback on correctional officers. And anything with officer in there, I don't care if you're a security officer, anything that is like law enforcement, close to law enforcement, they're not going to like. So like I said, a lot of LE clubs out there. There's other clubs that are not 1% clubs that are badass clubs. They hold their own, and they're, like I said, they're stronger than some 1% clubs I know. So don't just look at a diamond and think that, because there's some diamond clubs out there that I've seen those guys before in another cut. They weren't tough before, they're not tough now. Some people hide behind patches, and because the club has a lot of respect, so then they get respect. But it's the same person. So you got to remember that. It's a lot about respect, and there's a lot of clubs there that are not with a diamond on, that are outlaw clubs that have been around since 36 to 46, 1946. So, yeah. So there's a lot of clubs out there that will, and some of them will accept, I think, corrections officers. Like I said, I know a couple of clubs. Like I said, I don't like throwing names of clubs. I never do that. Anything that I'm not involved with, even though right now I'm on a hiatus in a way and I can talk whatever I want to talk, I just don't. But there are clubs you can reach out always personally to my Instagram, WildOn2s_blogs or WildOn2s15@gmail.com with questions. And I'll answer questions in different ways too. Or even talk on the phone. I'll give you my phone number, man. I talk to people a lot. Don't get it twisted. I do talk to people. I don't hide. So, you know something, Primo La Familia MC? When am I going to interview Cowboy and put him in the video? I've been trying to get Cowboy on the live. He is a funny motherfucker. He is funny. If I can record, I got to learn how to record both of us writing. If you hear the shit we talk, because we're on Bluetooth. So when I'm doing my video, the funny part is he can hear me talking. And he's saying all this crap in the background that you guys can't hear. Sometimes you might hear a little voice. That's him. And he's talking shit in my ear while I'm doing videos. And it almost messes me up a lot. And he's a funny guy, and I want to interview him. So if he watches this, I'm going to show how people actually want to see him on here. And he has that thick Bronx, New York accent, man. So I'd love to have him on. I'm trying to find out a way to sucker him on one of these lives. Or I can have him back here, and he can just talk. Because he likes his voice to be heard, not him seen. Even though he is ugly, but you know, he's a funny dude. He's probably one of the best guys I've ever met in my life. I mean, other than my real blood brother, I mean, he's right there. So I love the guy a lot. Veteran biker here in Arkansas. What's your take on Combat Vets MC in regards to what? Give me a little more specifics. I have no issues with the Combat Vets MC. I know a lot of veteran MCs out there, and I have no issues with it. There's some people that don't like some, I guess when they put a 3-patch on or something like that people don't like. Ultimately, I don't patch please people. If you're wearing something and that's your club, it's not my club, it's not my problem. Unless you step on my toes or you mess with me or disrespect me or anyone in my club, then that's a different problem. Or of a friend of the club that I am close with. Other than that, I don't really care too much about that. So, like I said, personally, I love veterans. I'll sit there and talk to veterans. My brother was a veteran. I wasn't. I think the closest thing I got was Salvation Army. I always joke around. I got drafted in the Salvation Army. But I respect veterans a lot. I made a video about a veteran that got bullied and patch police, and it kind of hit a strong chord. And I don't care for that. I don't like when people bully people, and especially someone that wasn't really trying to portray something. So, like I said, I love veterans, and I know a lot of veteran motorcycle clubs. So, there's some veteran clubs that actually are support clubs. Those are a little different. If you're a support club, I still respect you to a point. It depends on the club, right? Veteran by thinking about joining or looking for another club here in Arkansas. Okay, cool. Is that one of the clubs that you're looking at, or the Combat Vets MC? Like I said, I don't know too much personally about them. I've been in a different 1% world for a while, so there's clubs I know about, but I don't really get into deep about them. Hey, what's up, Double D? Yeah, what's up? No, greetings from Canada. We have some of your weather down here, man. It's freaking freezing in San Antonio. We got icy roads. That video I put out today was the last day I rode my bike, and that was last week. We had that winter freeze come in here, and roads are all icy, and they put gravel everywhere, salt everywhere. So even if it's not slippery, the gravel will make you take a fall. So, yeah. So if, like I said, I don't have issues with Combat Vets. But if you want a bit more, yes, one of the clubs I was looking at. Not sure of any 1%ers near me. Yeah, look around. If you're just said like say you're a veteran biker and you want to join the Combat Vets, go at it, man. If you're a veteran, that's a perfect fit. Reach out to them. I don't know if you already reached out to them, don't be scared to just reach out. Show up to an event, meet some of the guys, put your intention out there. Some guys, when you start talking to them, they don't know what your intentions are. If you just want to hang out or you're interested in the club, if you let them know that you're interested in joining the club in the near future or in the future, they'll take you more seriously. One of the things I notice, people get scared to approach people. What's the worst thing that could happen? Seriously, if you walk upon me and I tell you to go fuck off, but you come back 3 days from now and you're still very animate about talking to me about the club and interested about a club that I might be in, trust me, I'll open up more. And I might have looked like a dick in the beginning, but then suddenly I open up more. I might be more closed off in the beginning. I get personal questions. I don't know who you are. But once I learn somebody and get to know them, you kind of open up a little bit and you kind of embrace them a little more. It depends what you're looking for too, man. Like I said, like a big percentage of MC members are veterans. That's how they started, right? Back in the late 30s. You had the two oldest clubs. If people want to name who the oldest clubs are, you can. But I know the Gypsy MC and Galloping Goose are one of the oldest clubs. And then you have the Blues Fighters, right? So yeah, and a lot of them they're all vets. So if you're interested in a 1% club, it's a whole different ballgame. So make sure you know what you're looking for and try to do everything properly. Take your time. Let's see. No, I rode to work yesterday, 32 when I left home, 38 when turned. Oh, that's nice. Is it snowing nice? That video I did today, that I put out today, was 26 to 29 degrees, but rain and ice. So my hands, since I put my bar higher, my hands are frozen because my grip heaters weren't working. I think I fucked that up by changing the handles on the bike. The Cowboy's always laughing because I do every work I do on that bike is myself and with Cowboy. He's there to make sure I don't really mess it up. But he lets me mess it up. So when he sees I'm going to really mess it up, he steps in. He's a very handy guy, man. He was, I think, a grease monkey for years. Man. So he's really good about mechanics and stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, research, let me know whatever happens, veteran biker, what route you go. I like hearing from you guys. I like hearing when you guys are prospecting. I love seeing people that are taking the plunge, to say the least, because it helped the MC set. I want it to grow. I want people, I don't care if you're young or old. I want people to get more involved with the MC set because for some reason, the government wants to shut them down. They're scared of something. I have no idea what. I mean, there's a lot of other things that people should be worried about than us. I don't know if it's the last thing that people hold here about the American biker per se, but I have no clue. So I keep saying 5 more minutes, but a few more minutes, guys. If you have any more questions, thanks again for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe today. It does help me out a lot when you guys do hit the likes. It gets the algorithm for the YouTube channel. If you hit the like, subscribe, it helps bump me up a little bit so my video gets out there more. I'm learning this as I go. And I do enjoy you guys coming out here, chatting with me on the comment section. I see everybody I chat with. I see all these names that are regulars, even on BDs, on Biker News, on the Biker News you can trust. On Black Dragon's channel, on every morning, I think it's at 6 a.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We do Biker News. I haven't been there all week just due to the weather here, power outages. I've been stuck at work, so I haven't been on the show, but every morning we normally do the Biker News at Black Dragon's channel. Yeah, I mean, that's true, Sunshine. They're afraid of unified people. When you have a big group that gets unified and are against one-way laws, that's the thing people forget, that they think that motorcycle club members joined a club to go against rules and laws. But then you see that we have more rules and laws than majority of other people to keep us uniform, to keep us dedicated, to keep us in a democracy rather than a dictatorship. But ours is our own bylaws is to run our group safely, coherent, and not let anyone be a dictator in the club. So everybody has an equal opportunity and say in the club. But we're against one-way laws from corrupt government. And if we stick together, like people say, it'd be crazy. If you get all the motorcycle clubs, you don't understand how many clubs there are. You hear these big names and it doesn't seem like much. Well, there's like each state has like probably 1,000 motorcycle clubs, to be honest. So let's see. You just got on a wreck, veteran biker. You got hit, but have it on the GoPro. That was the reason I actually used my GoPro to begin with. You've been releasing the video once the lawyer says that you can on the channel. Cool. That'll be, hopefully it's a good video to learn from or to see. Hey, what's up, Carol? David, you're doing the hang around phase, working towards a prospect phase of a vet MC group in Pennsylvania. Awesome. Like I said, enjoy the hang around phase. I know you want to prospect right away. Sometimes those clubs will take their time, and you feel like it's taking forever for them to decide if they want to offer you the prospecting. But take your time. Let the time roll slowly, right? Don't enjoy the hang around phase, because prospecting will be work compared to the hang around. Hang around phase, you see what goes on, kind of. You're not allowed in the meetings, but they let you come to the meeting and tell you to step outside, then come back inside, and you see what kind of goes on. You still have to learn protocols. You still need to know how to greet somebody. You still need to know certain things as a hang around to get you prepared as a prospect. But that's when you really learn about the It's a two-way interview. You want to learn them. They want to learn you. They want to trust that if you be a future brother, and that's when they ask you to prospect. So congratulations on your route. Let me know what goes on, David. I love seeing people that are taking the step. Yo, ¿qué onda? Joseph. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I'm just here in San Antonio with the horrible weather. I wonder if it's still snowing outside. My windows are dark, so you can't see, but I got snow out there, and it's been shitty weather. So we are buried in snow. Keith says buried in snow in northwestern Ontario. Get to watch you cruising in your videos to keep me. Yeah, not this week, man. I got snow myself, and ice in damn San Antonio, Texas. Go figure. I lived in London, Ontario for a short period of time, so I know how Canada can get. I rode a little motorcycle out there, but I was out there playing ball in the minors, actually. Jared, what's up? Yeah, talking about snowmobiles. That's what I need out here, is a snowmobile. But I'm getting the itch already, man. I see my bike covered in snow, and I want to go ride, but the roads are not safe. So a few more minutes, guys. We'll be ending this at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. This Sunday, Ricky HD. He is a 1%er, a top 5 club, but we're gonna, and he was one of my first guests on the show, but we took the video down due to technical difficulties. But we're going to be having him on Sunday. We're going to be having Black Dragon next week or in 2 weeks. We're going to have someone else lined up already. Not going to say who yet. So yeah, any more questions, guys, before I leave? Again, thank you for joining me on my channel. I do appreciate everybody watching, taking the time of your night to talk to me, to comment. So it's great to see you guys. I get a lot of questions from you guys that actually helps me think. Because remember, when you guys ask questions, other people are asking that question in their heads, and that's when I can answer and you make a video for that. So, yeah, thanks again. Yeah, man, Houston, everywhere's been shitty, right? Houston, Dallas got hit hard. All over Texas, Waco, I know a club in Waco I talk to a lot, really close to, they're getting hit hard. So, yeah. All right, guys, if there's not any more questions, a couple more minutes. We'll be taking off, and I do appreciate everybody's time. I just wanted to show face. I just wanted to talk for 30 minutes, but I'm here for an hour because I just blabber a lot. I have this drink. I'm not going to say what energy drink this is, but I'm not going to. They don't pay me. They don't pay me to tell them what this is. I've been drinking this, so I'm kind of hyper, and I'll talk a little bit too much. Yeah, take care, sunshine. I always want to say sunshine, but that's sunshine, right? Hey, what's up, Cadillac? No, thank you, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for community commenting, that supporting me. That does mean a lot when everybody supports a YouTuber. I support other YouTubers. There's motovloggers that are not MC motovloggers, but I support them. I always go on the channel, watch the videos all the way to the end. I comment, hit the like, and I promote them myself sometimes. So take care, Jared. Okay, your son lives in Fort Hood. All right, David. You heard a rumor that you can't wear cuts in San Antonio. And truth is that you can wear cuts. I wore my cut all the freaking time. Due to what? Are you talking about the city, the police? San Antonio was getting pretty hard on people about cuts, but I still wore my cut every day, unless for certain reasons, right? There's reasons you don't wear your cut. Number one, don't wear your cut in the car. You don't wear a cut in the car. You don't do that. You don't wear your cut in places that don't allow cuts. You don't wear your cut when it depends on where you work, man. If you work somewhere, if they see you in a club, they might not like it and you get fired. You don't want to do that either. Be smart. Don't be stupid. So there's reasons you don't wear a cut. Or if you're doing intel, right? It could be any intel. You just don't want to bother people. You just want to ride to make sure you're not scaring them. You ride without a cut. You go slick back or ninja. So, but if you want to elaborate a little more, but most like San Antonio's, there's people that still wear their cuts. There's everybody in San Antonio wearing cuts, but you do get profiled a lot in Texas in general. But I haven't been bothered when I wore my cut. Not in San Antonio. When I hit some outskirts, small towns, they profile you. So, hey, keep it warm, brother. That's Jace. Hey, thanks, man. Look forward to the next interview. Take care. Thank you very much. Yeah, don't wear your cut in the bath. Man, I want to tell you something. It's funny when you see guys with their new cuts, new patches, right? It's bright as hell. Then you see them 4 months later, and it's still bright as hell. And it's because they're not wearing their rags. They're not riding every day. But then I saw some guy that was going in the shower to make his cut look like it was being used. That's some bullshit. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Eric? As a new writer, thanks for the content and knowledge. Hey, no, thank you, man. If you have any questions and want to post anything, let me know. Like I said, I've been writing since 2000, well, before 2003, but I joined the MC set in 2003. I was doing a lot of more dirt biking, small. I had a BSA, 1957 BSA 650cc bike when I first started, so go have at that. Let's see, the club that you're prospecting for is mandatory that you wear your cuts as long as you are on the bike. Heavily fine if you're not rocking colors. Yeah, I mean, there's some clubs that do that, man. But you're prospecting. But there's clubs that'll tell you, if you're riding solo, don't wear your prospecting cut. They tell you that unless you're going to an event, going to the clubhouse, going somewhere that is a club function. If you're riding by yourself, they don't want you wearing that cut. Sometimes every club is different. They'll find you if you get in your car and you wear. Woo! If you wear that cut in a car, man, if you're my prospect, don't wear that in the car. Serious crap. But every club is different, man. Like I said, every club is different, and some people want you to rock that cut 24/7, but you got to be smart, man. There's guys that have jobs that if you have a diamond on, they're going to profile you and fire you for no reason. So you got to be smart about it. You were made SAA of a chapter. Of your chapter. Awesome. That's awesome, Jace. Advice depends. What's your background as a sergeant at arms? Advice is just don't take things personal. People are not going to like you. Your own club members are going to. Exactly, Jace. Colors don't get caged, man. You don't put them in the car. When you're a sergeant at arms, the guy we're interviewing on Sunday is an SA for his chapter, for the big 1% club. So trust me, it's a 24/7 job, Jace. You're on 24/7 as a sergeant, and guys are going to love you and hate you. Your own president you're going to have to kind of boggle down, and if your president is not doing something what the bylaws state, you're going to have to step your foot in. Your advice is if you want to talk to more, I can always talk to you more about that, more time, but get to know another SA. Ask questions and learn a little bit if you're new, because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn. Depends on the club that you're in. I don't know the club you're in. But as a sergeant of arms, like I said, I have that video sergeant at arms. I mean, you're in charge of a lot of stuff. When you go to the event, man, you got to line that event up, exit strategies, if people break off, where you're going, who's going where, who's doing what. There's a lot of security measures you have to take. Depends. Some clubs have 2 SAs. One for the president, one for the vice president. So you guys can work together and talk to each other. If you're in a club that has 2, maybe talk to the other guy, maybe to give you little hints about stuff. Also, as a SA, you want to get to know all the other SAs of all the clubs around you in your city and around. If you're in your state, get to know from other states, other SAs. Reach out to them. Introduce yourself as the SA. Trust me, you'll be the first one they call when things are needed, or just to say we're passing through, or something. So, yeah. All right, guys. I say we're over an hour, man. I can keep talking. Sorry about this banner. The dog messed it up. Thank you guys very much for joining. Thank you very much for joining the live. This Sunday, like I said, Sunday, 6:30, we're going to have Ricky HD. He is a member of the 1% Club, but we're going to be talking about his other stuff going on. Then we have Black Dragon, some other guys from the UK, actually. So that'll be pretty cool. Till next week, guys, much love and respect. Peace. Got to get ending.